In this video, we're going to make a simple report using the wizard. And again, we're going to be using our city catering data. So let's just remind ourselves what's in there. A quick look, double click and open it up. So we have name of supporter, address 1, address 2, postcode, type of support and amount. I'm going to close that down. I'll close this and close this. Now I'm going to create, going to the report, but I'm going to use the wizard, and I'm going to use the wizard because we're not just creating a report with all of those fields, we're going to pick specific fields in a specific order. So this just makes it that wee bit easier. So click on your report wizard. In here you can choose which table or query. We only have one. And we're going to choose what we want in our report. So we want our amount of support first, so double click on it and it will go over. Then we want the name of the supporter. Now if you don't want to double click, click once and then click the arrow. Then we need address 1 and the postcode. That's all we need here. So if we had just chosen to create a report, we would have got everything from the table, but in that order. So that's not what we were looking for. Next, it asks us, do we want to put in any levels or grouping? We could, but we're not going to. This is a very, very simple report we're doing. So I'm just going to click next. And we have been asked to put the amount in descending order. So in here, amount in descending order. Click next, and we have 3 layouts here that are possible. Columnar, tabular, and justified. I'm going to stick with tabular. Portrait or landscape, so we have amount, name of supporter, address 1 and postcode, 4 fields. I think it'll go into portrait, no problem. If you're not sure though, do landscape, but I think portrait will be fine. And it also says adjust the field width so all fields fit on a page. I think it's going to be okay. Click next. Now these are lots of different layouts you can use. I'm going to stick with North Wind, but try some of them. This one here is Civic, so you can see what the titles and the labels and everything look like. How about Apex? So by all means, just pick one you think that looks pretty good. There's a lot of them. North Wind will do me fine. And now we're asked to put in a title. And please always make your report titles really sensible. City catering data isn't really what this is about. It's actually about the supporters' details, I think. So I'm going to put the apostrophe after the S here because it's the details of more than one supporter. And I'm going to finish. And let's just have a quick peek at this. So this is a print preview of what we have here. So we have supporters' details, amount of support, I can read it all, name of supporter, I can read it all, address, postcode. That's looking absolutely fine for me. I'm going to do something else though. So I'm going to close the print preview, and what happens is it goes into design view. You're used to design views now. This is maybe not a view you're used to looking at, but you're used to the fact that something has more than one view. Now there are 2 places we can put this, 2 footers. There's a page footer here and a report footer, but we're just going to put it at the bottom of the page. There are actually some things on the report footer, I don't know if you can see very clearly in this recording, but the equals now in the brackets, and that works in a spreadsheet, and that's just the date. And this is page numbers. Now this is a different code than you would get in a spreadsheet. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a name on it. So to do that, we're going to get a wee label here. So I've just clicked on it. When I go down here, okay, I'm just going to hold down my left mouse button and click and drag to get a label that's a kind of sensible size, and just put your name in. Now this goes in the colour scheme of North Wind, and I'm quite happy with that. So let's just go back and look at this. Okay, yeah, I think that's looking really good. Let's have a wee look and see what it looks like when we print it. So enter Microsoft Office button, print, and print preview. I think it's looking fine. And if we scroll down to the foot of the page, right down, you can see the date, your name, and the page. That's absolutely superb. That's just great. I'm going to just close this down to show you what happens, because you don't need to go and find a save button here. You can just click this and then close this down. Do you want to save changes to the design of report? Yeah, you do. And lets you have it. So now we have a table and a report with their different icons. And that's that lesson finished.